And now, Bruce Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, guys, I hate to break it to you, but one of the greatest of all time is retired.
Who's that?
You may know her as Ray Gun.
Oh.
Yeah, she's stepping away, guys. All of the and you can blame yourselves because if she feels like she's been bullied, it's gone too far, and she's shutting it down. She says she's still going to break, though. She's just going to break with her partner at home.
So for the best,
which has got to be the weirdest thing to catch through the window.
And he's like, damn it, I thought you were going to quit altogether.
Yeah. You're still doing it. You're going to do it here, though?
You just walk by and they're writhing on the floor. Like,
oh, my God.
On with
Absolutely the worst.
Hey, baby, check this one out. And she just does another kangaroo. Like, come on.
Man, I bet she closes with that on her way to bed.
Probably.
Well, you won't be able to catch Ray Gun, but I do. I'm pretty excited about what's on tonight. You got not only Blazers at 5 o'clock in San Antonio, the battle of some of the young bloods in this league. San Antonio favored by 5.5, but I kind of like Portland here also. Later on today, we will pick Bengals and Ravens. That game's at 5:15 tonight. It's on Prime Video. Now, if you have Prime, that's fine, but I found myself in this situation where you're in a bar that's not playing Amazon games. So, do a little research and see if your football game is on there. And if you're a bar and you don't have Prime Video, it's Thursday night every week. Bengals, Ravens tonight. There's your sports.
By the way, it's not lost on us that Ray Gun just complained about being bullied, and then we immediately bullied her for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, she's in retirement. It's the way out. Showing her to the door.
We weren't bullying her. We were mourning.
And we're sorry.
You weren't
very sorry.
I thought that's what I was doing. All right, thank you. More on the stories at 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. This hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 in cash is cash.
Oh, that's easy enough.
Yes. Go to 1059thebrew.com right now. As soon as you get there, a box is going to pop up. You can't do anything, actually. That box is going to be the first thing you see. Hey, type in the keyword cash and then keep an eye on your cell phone because we can call you back in a few minutes with the money. All right? Good luck from Tanner, Drew, and Laura, and happy Thursday. It's Pink Floyd on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
You didn't almost die on the way to work this morning, did you, Laura?
I did not. Not
Okay.
this time, thankfully.
Drove a little better.
Our beloved Laura was almost
How
killed yesterday on the way to
dare
work.
you.
Drew's claiming it's her bad driving, but it was also a semi-truck
There's
driver
nothing,
not
I
paying
couldn't
attention.
have done anything about it. I was going to get smushed.
I mean, her driving does have to be brought into it. It was very dark. You're
Yeah.
probably in the Terwilliger curves.
I wasn't. I was on the Markham Bridge.
Oh, sketchy.
And we
Thank
haven't
you very
heard
much.
heard the other guy's story, so we
Yeah,
don't really know
exactly.
exactly.
He's
wanna
like,
just-
well, I didn't see this woman, so I just decided to merge into her lane and crush her to death. Yes. Not my fault, though. She was in my blind
I'm very
spot.
glad you weren't hurt because I'd be furious.
Well, if she was hurt and not killed, you'd have a giant shark fish tank like Tracy Morgan. You just hope
See,
you hope it's a
that's
Walmart
the
truck.
dream, right?
Yeah.
It's like I want to be injured,
Oh.
maybe just like a little, but like not
could drag
enough
a
to
foot
really
for that.
ruin my
please,
life.
let us pray. Please, God in heaven, baby Jesus, please let me get hit by a Walmart truck on the way home from work today. I would greatly appreciate it. I need that Walmart money. I need a fish tank in my house.
Yeah. Oh man, that,
Fish tank for a bed.
can just imagine some of the fish in that
Ooh,
thing.
a water. Ew, that'd be disgusting.
It would be
if you had a
terrible.
waterbed full of fish.
First,
Oh, my God.
first hour would be sweet.
Do you remember those water beds, man? My buddy
yeah.
Chris had
They
one.
were so uncomfortable.
Well, there were different
Sloshing around.
There was different levels of them. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
Like my grandparents had a firm, which was still weird. Like
Yeah.
you're almost like quicksanding. But the super sloppy ones
Yeah.
were almost unbearable. I don't know how you were sleeping on that.
Yeah, I'm assuming people would get cold in the winter too. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I think
the
you could,
back problems you must have.
I know, not
ideal.
not good for your lumbar at
No.
all. But I think you could get them heated, so it wasn't like freezing cold
So-
in your back. But
So
I don't know.
why don't you hear those being sold anymore? Is it
Oh,
just a
yeah, good
bad
question.
idea?
I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like the
Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
Have you ever
fat
tried to?
jiggler they stopped
Have
selling.
you ever
it.
tried to like smash on a waterbed?
I never. I mean,
I
no.
did. Well, I think it was like it was
How
like my
is
first
that?
girlfriend.
You're
It's
like, pull me out.
it's awful.
Impossible.
It's awful. I think I'd rather be in the hot tub, and that's
Because-
awful.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I've gone all the way to camp on it, but I've been on a waterbed doing stuff with
It's
a girl. And
really
it,
difficult.
It messes with the motion.
Exactly.
Because
Right.
a mattress is predictable. It has
Right.
a poundability rate.
You're just like,
Yeah.
baby, I know this isn't that romantic. Do you just want to move to the floor?
Yeah.
This thing is
Honestly,
killing me.
though, the floor is better than a water.
And because
bed.
what happens is your knees just hit the wood under the waterbed.
Yeah.
The dude's knees are just smashed
Right.
into the
while
wood
you're
the whole time.
twerking.
How many
Right.
people bought one of those in the 80s and 90s, financed it for $5,000, and then had to do it on the floor every time?
Or what happens when your waterbed like breaks and you come home from work and it's leaked through the ceiling
Oh,
to your
yeah,
neighbor's
I'm sure
house?
that was a
Bro,
huge
you leak
problem.
it.
And then you get the Edward Scissorhands effect, where like something sharp
Yeah.
pokes a hole in it, and now you're screwed.
Oh,
What do you do
God.
in that case?
Man.
God.
Yeah, and what I'd be worried that just those little buttons on your jeans, if you like laid on it or
Oh,
something,
yeah.
would just eat.
Right. Yeah,
God, what
my
a
guess is
terrible
my
idea.
zipper would pop out and rip it open.
Yeah.
And then I'd be
You just
soaked all
wake
night
up
long.
in a puddle.
Does it immediately leak out, or do you think you wet the bed first and then you're like,
It's got to be that.
I guess it depends on how
But then
how,
again,
how crazy whatever you're doing is.
maybe it could happen simultaneous though, because if you're sleeping and you poke a hole in it and you don't realize, and you wake up in a puddle, and then the puddle makes you pee, and then you're just sleeping in a puddle of water and your own urine.
Awful.
see, I'd be the guy who drowns in a waterbed. It would leak, and it would just
It's like half an inch of water and
little
Local
puddle.
radio host drowned this morning in his own tacky waterbed.
Why
at
you bought
11.
it? Why you bought it? Nobody knows.
Oh my God! He thought he found a great deal on
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace.
It's a midlife crisis. He got a waterbed.
Yeah.
Didn't make it.
Coming up in a little less than an hour, we've got tickets to go see Disturbed at the Moda Center. They're going to be here in May. We'll send you there. 7:30, we'll play the David Draymond contest where you get to do an impression of him and see who's the best.
Yeah.
Right?
Dream off.
In the meantime,
And now, Tanner, Drew, and Laura's dumbass of the day.
the dumbasses are everywhere.
Authorities in Washington state received calls at around 3 in the morning about a person breaking into a building and stealing packages. The suspect wasn't hard to find. He was dressed as a green dinosaur.
Male in the dinosaur suits at Olive and Broadway.
I can picture that big dumb inflatable dinosaur thing.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to see me.
He probably thought he had a really clever costume. He's like, nobody can see my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, just got robbed by Yoshi. He's right over there.
I always hated those dinosaur costumes, but sometimes they're kind of funny, but like, I guess when everyone was using them, it was just a little over the top.
You'd
Yeah.
think, though, if you robbed a building, stole some packages, you'd think you'd immediately ditch the costume, though, right? Because you just can't be running around with
Right.
the costume still on.
He bought that. He's holding on to it.
He's like, look.
Yeah, you definitely want to lose that because in a crowd, what are we looking for? The dinosaur.
Yeah, even if it's Halloween, it's easy to spot the big goofy dinosaur.
Yeah, you just,
Right.
not the witch, not the pirate, the dinosaur.
Yeah. Dino.
And if you were something like if you were a Halloween costume that was easy to take off, I could see that'd be a decent little caper. I would
Exactly.
think
So
on Halloween.
that's where he went wrong.
Yeah.
He didn't ditch the costume.
Something
fast
so you could
enough.
just rip off and like a Jason mask you could just throw in a bag or
There
whatever,
you
and
go.
then boom,
Yeah.
you just got away with a bank robbery because who knows? But now no, you're in a big dumb inflatable T-Rex costume and you got to pop the thing and you're trying to push the air out of it. You're getting it back in the bag.
Yeah.
It's got a fan. Woo!
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Some of these criminals they just don't think their moves
Yeah.
out. I'm not a criminal, and I don't suggest that you become one.
You'd be a way better criminal than these
I
people.
think I would be a mastermind compared to some of these guys. A mega mind compared to these people.
Because crime is two things. You have to have the balls to do it and the brains to pull it off if you're going to do it right.
Yeah.
A lot of people lack that second part.
Yeah.
The brains to pull it off.
Like what happens? It's like when you like the dog that catches the car. What happens when you catch the car?
Exactly.
Then you're like, oh, now what? Oh, you didn't think about that, did you?
you got to go
yeah.
long game.
Yeah. No,
What do I
not
do
a good
after
idea.
I do the thing?
Exactly.
But that was in our neck in the woods, just right up the street in Washington State. So
Well, nice work. Good
Oh,
to
yeah.
know, though.
There
I
it
like
is.
these criminals. They're teaching us what not to do, so I do appreciate that. If I ever choose a life of crime,
Yeah.
you don't choose that life. That life chooses you.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I got you.
Bing bong!
I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
All right. God, I think I chipped my tooth last night.
Again?
Same
Yeah,
The
spot.
same
it's the
one?
crown. Yeah.
You
You
gotta.
might just need a full crown.
Yeah, you should
know,
get an
'cause-
implant. Just get a.
And
full
No, he
one.
doesn't need an implant.
I keep feeling it with my tongue, and it's weird.
She's accusing you of a dead tooth.
It's not
I'm
dead.
not saying that.
dare you.
It turns black. Like, I'm just gonna write it out.
Your soulless tooth.
Just take it out. Get a gold tooth.
It's right in the front, and it's been driving me crazy. So, like, this is the third cap I've had on it. The third little.
Yeah.
So obviously
That's
this
why-
isn't working. You need a better solution.
Well, I don't
Either
know
that
what
or
to do.
stop chomping all over it. Like, how do you keep chipping your tooth? What are you eating?
I don't know. Well, originally I chipped it eating some chicken fried steak. That was the original.
Which was delicious
Chippage.
and an absolute devastation.
Which I just want to say, though, chicken fried steak should not chip a perfectly...
Well,
I don't know. It was homemade chicken fried steak. Me and that girl aren't together anymore, right?
She was trying to kill you.
There's someone to blame for this. He's trying to be nice.
But it was Jim. So, and I don't know. Maybe an apple I had yesterday.
Okay, well...
Yeah, I mean,
That
that's
could've
a
been
dig.
it.
I mean, because that's such a little piece, to be putting on.
I
If
think
you
maybe
gotta-
it's so
just
small,
get-
but I
just
see
get
it
the full
in
around.
pictures and stuff, when I smile, I see it. And
You
it
should
drives me
just
crazy.
embrace it, embrace your imperfections.
Well, I can't keep putting crowns on it. I might have to.
Right.
Well, you can put a full, and that way it will not come off, because they attach that to the stud of your mouth. I've got 1,000 of them. You'll be fine.
You'll be all right?
Yeah.
It's just the idea. I've never had
they'll
that
numb-
before, because
the
I've never
only
even had a
thing-
cavity. So, like, the whole idea kind of like freaks me out. I've never had it.
But don't you get your mouth numb to be cleaned?
Yeah.
So that's all.
the same
That's all
thing?
you'll feel.
Okay, I can do
You'll
that.
feel that, and then you'll just be like, "Bleh."
But then you have
your
to
whole mouth,
smell the tooth dust, though.
and then you'll get water on your shirt as you drink all day, and then you'll be fine.
That's true. I just drool all over myself. All right. Disturbed tickets in just a few minutes. Here's this hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000. You have until 7 o'clock to get this hour's keyword in to win a grand.
Nice.
And the keyword is cash. So go to 1059thebrew.com right now. Enter the keyword cash to score some cash.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Now, what's trending?
Online at 1059thebrew.com. A lot of good stuff for you to check out, kill the time, distract yourself.
Yeah.
Kill the time.
Bill Burr is going to be hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend.
Oh, nice.
And we've got the promos online. I love me some Bill Burr. I like he just says whatever he wants, doesn't seem to care.
Mm-hmm. The monologue ought to be good.
Yeah, especially after the election and all that. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Trailers online, 1059thebrew.com. You can also check out some adorable dog videos.
Those
I
are
love
nice.
that.
I feel like everyone needs a good distraction right now.
Oh, yeah. The cute animal videos are a good go-to.
Mm-hmm. Like, I've been trying to change my algorithm to not, see, political stuff and just, negative stuff.
Right.
So I'll go in, a dog video. I'll go in, a video of a raccoon rolling into a pond or something.
It's a good plan.
Yeah, I've been doing the same. I think I've gone too far. I'm getting a lot of smash tacos and crock-pot recipes.
Right.
Ooh.
But it's not the worst.
1059thebrew.com is that stuff. You can also hear our Donkey Show podcast and much more. 1059thebrew.com.
Nice.
Coming up in a few minutes, we've got tickets to go see Disturbed. We'll play the David Draymond impression contest, the Damon Dramoff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Around 7:30 this morning. Coming up in a little bit, though, actually coming up next, it's things that everyone knows but nobody really talks about.
Okay.
It's these things, it's like they're unspoken rules, I guess.
Truths.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unspoken truths. We'll get to that here in a few minutes. And your next chance to win $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is coming up right after Third Eyed Blind. Listen for that keyword. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
So yesterday during the show, the station meeting, every Wednesday Like everyone from the radio station gets together in a room to have a big meeting.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
talk about the future and our mistakes and what all the bosses think we're doing wrong, things like this. Mm-hmm. And yesterday during the meeting, which I call the Beefwater Grumpy Hour,
Yeah, he always is. He's always very, he likes to get down to business in these meetings.
there's no time for jokes unless they're
Right.
his jokes.
Of course, yes.
He's got his ready.
But yeah, there's no time. So he's got to make everything fast and
Very
then like
busy man.
cut you
Very
off
busy
in the
man.
middle of your sentence or just not listen to what you're asking altogether.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, we came up with a new game that we're going to play next week, and I'm really excited.
I can't remember. See, this is how much I pay attention in those meetings. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it's called the 50-50 game.
That's right.
Yes, it's all flooding back now, Laura.
And we're going to start playing that on Monday. I can't remember what we're giving away next week, but...
Tickets to see a comedian.
Oh, Ari Shafir. Is that how you say it?
Something
Schaefer? Schaffer?
Schaefer?
He's really good. We've had him on the show before. I should know it. But I can't
he is
remember
good.
it off the top of my head. But yeah, he's going to be coming to town. We'll probably have him on the show again. But yeah, we'll have tickets to that with our new game, the 50-50 game, which I'm super excited to play for on Monday.
Yeah.
Our brand new one.
Nice.
And Beefwater, he's just going to have to deal with it. The grumpiness.
He's going to be fine.
He's not going to change.
He's just
No,
he's
he's-
stuck
He
in
is-
his ways.
He is what he is.
Right.
I mean,
That's
I'd like him to have some learning experiences.
It's unfortunate, but that's what we have.
It's just it's a disposition that he had. I think he probably was born with it. You know?
And it's like when he was 3, he probably acted 30.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just an old man.
soul.
An old
His
soul.
resting face is a scowl.
Yeah, it really is. You can follow us on Instagram at 1059 The Brew if you want to see his scowl. All right? Mm-hmm. I got to hear a list of things everybody knows, but nobody wants to admit out loud.
Okay.
You know, like there's a lot of things that you just know, but you know if you say it, it's going to be rude or it's not going to be taken very well. It
Or
received very
people
well
are
from
going to
people.
look at you funny.
Yeah, but you know everybody knows it.
All right.
This is a list of those things. So somebody went to Reddit and posted this stuff, and then everyone just started adding to it.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So it started with what's something that everybody knows, but nobody actually says out loud. And a lot of great posts. Somebody says looks do matter. They actually matter a lot.
They do matter. That's true.
It is pretty dumb to try and plant that into people. Looks don't matter. Looks are different people. It means more or less, but they matter.
Yeah, and I think
they matter.
feelings can develop without being physically attracted to somebody, but I do think after a while you're not going to be with someone you find hideous.
You're sweet, but you're just fugly. I can't handle it.
Yeah, gross to you is always going to be gross to you.
Yeah.
Another thing that something everybody knows but nobody says is people who get paid the least to do the most work.
That is true for the most part.
Yeah, because I've noticed, like even in business here, people who make the most don't really do the most.
Yeah.
They're supervising.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who I'm like, what do you do exactly?
It's like that the guy from Office Space. Well, I'm the middleman between the clients and the programmers.
Like, why can't the clients talk to the programmers? Ah!
Don't worry about it.
You just immediately eliminate you with one simple question.
Another Reddit user posted something that everybody knows but nobody admits out loud. Having mentally sane parents is one of the most important privileges in life.
It really is. I mean, you think about most issues, when you peel them back, it's like, well,
Yeah.
when I was a kid, this.
All my
or that.
problems are because my mom is basically insane. And
Yeah.
those are all my issues right there.
That's fair.
Yeah, they've all got a little crazy in them. It's just how much of it shakes out.
Let's see. Another thing that's something everybody knows, but nobody admits out loud, that there are actually people above the law. Newborn babies are pretty ugly on the first day, unless it's your own, I guess. But yeah,
No, I mean, I've often wondered that. It's like, if you're a parent, do you know your child is ugly? Or do you just lie to yourself? You know what I mean? Like, and every baby, I'm obviously not, my maternal instinct is not very strong, but every baby comes out looking like a potato.
Well,
look
You know
swollen
what I mean?
potato.
Like,
And look what it's been through. I mean, yeah,
right.
it's not.
I can't say that I blame
You squeeze
them.
me through something like that. Do not take pictures.
I'm not going to look great.
But they're like, let's get a look at you. You're still blue.
And then it's like, oh, and he looks just like the dad or whatever. And it's like, I am offended. Why would you
Yeah,
say
what are you saying? I look like a slimy little nugget?
So I look like a foot? What the hell?
Yeah.
Look at this thing.
Another thing that everybody knows, nobody admits out loud, is everyone knows that success often comes with luck and timing. But we rarely admit it. We prefer to believe that it's hard work and talent.
Not always.
A lot of times just being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Really does seem that way. You know, people who didn't have to grind get
And
to
the
just slip.
The connections that you have, the people you know, are more important.
Here's another one I think Laura will relate to. Everybody knows, but nobody admits it out loud. Children that are complete a-holes exist, and the parents know.
Yeah.
They know their kid is an a-hole.
I would
Right.
think there's no way not to know. You know, like, because you're with them so much, and you're just a roommate. I mean, you're in charge, but you're a roommate. You ever not known what kind of person you're dealing with?
Yeah.
I mean, now it's the ones who fail to admit it. They're not going to admit it to you because they're dramatically trying to change the scenario so that they aren't an a-hole.
What's something that needs to be on this list that isn't? You can shoot us a talkback on our Lazy Boy text line or shoot us a text message at 98197. We have Disturbed tickets coming up here in about 15 minutes.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, you want to win $1,000 in cash from the Cash Squatch just like this dude?
Yes! That's awesome. It's a lifesaver. I'm going to use the prize money for Christmas.
Oh, it's a good idea. This hour's keyword for your shot at $1,000 is grand. Go to 1059thebrew.com, enter the keyword grand to score $1,000, and good luck. Drew's got sports next. What do you have?
Early Blazer game and Thursday night football. Sign me up.
That's coming up right after Toto at 7:23.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake.
1, 2, 3. And now, Brew Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, it looks like trouble in, well, I can't call it paradise because it's kind of hell. Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
It's not looking good. Dak Prescott, hamstring. You're like, okay, no worries. That's a 4-week injury at most. We can rally through this. Well, it turns out that it's going to be longer than 4 weeks because he's dealing with a partial avulsion. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's in his right hamstring.
Not an avulsion.
It's where the tendon is pulled away from the bone.
Oh.
So if you think about, just think about when you're having a chicken leg or something. You know, in that little spot on the back. Things right off the bone. It's hard to put that back on there. Cowboys season looking pretty dismal right now.
I mean, it was looking bad before, so now this just makes it even worse.
It's so true. But tonight there should be some pretty good football going on. Prime Video's got it at 5:15. Cincinnati Bengals and Baltimore Ravens. An interesting look here as the Ravens are now starting to balloon up to a 6-point favorite. It is so hard to root. Well, it's easy to root against them, but to bet against the Ravens because they're a juggernaut. But Joe Burrow can throw 5 touchdowns in a game. So what do you do in the scenario? We will tell you in 1 hour. And finally, the Trailblazers and Spurs tonight is also a 5 o'clock tip there. So you're going to get your stuff in early and get to bed with a head full of steam going into your weekend. The game is a 3.5-point dog for the Blazers, but they're looking good. I kind of like them to pull this one out outright. There's your sports.
All right, coming up next, we've got tickets to go see Disturbed. Yeah! They will take over the Moda Center in May. You could be there if you win the David Dramoff.
Yeah.
So David Draymond, the lead singer of Disturbed, he's pretty good, classically trained, from what I understand. Was he like a Catholic school choir or something like that?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think he was like a choir boy. I'm pretty sure.
He's got pipes.
But he can do that ooh ah thing. I can't do it. It's really hard. He sounds like a monkey, or I don't know what that is.
A rock monkey.
Yeah.
How do you think
Monkey.
he came to realize that he could do that? Like,
I don't know, but his parents must have hated it.
Yeah, like, we will
David!
pull it over.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'll pull over right now and let you walk home. But he's got some pretty incredible pipes these days.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you can do an impression of him, it could get you tickets to the show. We need callers 10, 11, and 12. You're going to do a David Draymond impression coming up next for your shot to win. 866-445-1059. We'll play after the Black Crows. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers.
Beef water. Looking sharp this morning.
Well,
looking a little thin.
I put on a T-shirt.
What?
Looking good. Yeah.
Don't you
what?
think he's looking a little bit thinner?
Looking
I feel like he's.
No.
Oh, you don't think so?
No.
I don't.
Wow.
I think it's kind of rounding out, like where the moob meets the middle.
Yeah, I think you guys have had enough time talking about me and my qualities this morning. You can move on and do your radio show.
I was trying to say that
I
you
was
looked
just trying
good.
to drive to work in peace, and I have to listen to a bunch of jibber jabber.
I was trying to give you a compliment, but Laura quickly took it away from
And
you.
I know you don't mean it.
I do mean it. I thought you looked like
It was the angle.
And yesterday you said you were eating less fast
I am.
food, and I think I can tell.
No, I think it's because he has purchased a shirt in a larger size. So
No,
it
this
doesn't
is not true.
It
This
doesn't
shirt is
accentuate the
like
gut.
over a year old.
Okay, well.
Okay, so
Well, why are we just seeing it now? Was
you
it always a
feeling
little,
it. I've
little
worn
too
it
big
before.
before?
It's
or-
not
wearing
my
it.
fault you don't pay attention
I've
in
never
meetings
seen,
or in
I've
person.
never seen that.
Beefwater's
shirt
wearing a
before.
bright red Clyde Drexler
Yeah.
T-shirt this morning.
There's no way he's worn that before.
It's-
Never
I-
seen it here.
I've never
You guys
seen it.
can
I know,
bo-
I'm
you guys are
saying.
dumb enough to be twins.
Oh, there's three of us. We all said we haven't seen it.
I'm only talking about you two. He was trying to be nice. I'm going to give him a pass
Oh,
this
me-
time.
me and
Wait,
Drew?
earlier he said
Even
you're
though I'm still
me
mad
and
about him
Drew?
yesterday in the
dumb enough to
meeting,
be twins?
like not even paying attention. And I go, you're probably just over there looking at TikToks. And he literally turns his phone around. And
And
what's he
he
doing?
was.
Looking at TikTok.
I wasn't. I was looking at Facebook.
It was a turtle.
It's
That's
even worse.
Turtle video.
It was like a tortoise.
Yeah, it
Well,
was,
whatever.
It was pretty
Look
cute.
at me. Look at this thing's eating lettuce.
The point is I think you're looking a little bit
Well,
better.
thank
So
you.
keep it up.
I appreciate that.
Laura still thinks you look fat, but
I know.
I think you're looking better.
Yesterday she was talking about my crow's feet. She's
Laura did point out his crow's feet in a meeting.
But you walk into these things. It's like you're asking to be belittled.
yeah, but see, I keep my opinions about you to myself.
Well, so go
because I'm
ahead,
jealous.
say
whoa,
it.
take
Get
it
it out.
easy.
Tell me what's
I
wrong
can't
about
do
me.
it. I can't do it.
You two stop.
Actually,
We should
this,
do that,
this
though.
segment was last week, or
Yeah, we
Because
just-
I got
we just
messages from
talked about how
people
much we
from
suck.
I got messages from people saying that they enjoyed us roasting each other. So we should
Let's
just do a self roast.
Let's go all the way to the ground.
We should.
yeah.
The
I got some things to say about your eyeballs and lips, Drew.
I'm sure you do.
But I think that'd be a funny segment.
Didn't we just do that?
We
just
talked
pulled
about
it.
what makes you think you're
why
ugly.
do you think you're ugly?
So
Yeah.
confirm I'm ugly next show.
Yeah, we will.
All right.
We'll do that with everybody.
No, I'm not.
You can make fun of me all you want.
I
It
just want to get
sounds
into
mean.
specifics. Like I mean, yes, we're all in agreement that you don't look that nice, but I want to tell you exactly
Let's
why you don't
point out
look.
bit by bit.
I started this off with trying to give you a compliment, and
And I
everyone
appreciate
else
it.
around us took it down.
I know, but listen, you guys have me in a spot here where I constantly feel attacked. So even compliments seem like they got a little bit of sting to them.
Well, the one and only Beefwater.
That's self harm is what you're doing there.
He'll be reviewing another fast food item later on this morning at 9:30, and I'm excited to hear it. You know what do you want me to say?
I was on the phone out in the hallway, and I look over, and he's finishing off a large drink.
No, that was from yesterday. It was just on my desk.
Hold on a second.
I did see a gulp in his right hand earlier this morning.
Yeah.
What was in that cup?
It was soda.
I think it's alcohol at this point.
What would it
He
be?
needs to-
It's soda.
I don't know.
You'd live longer if you'd had alcohol
Yeah,
instead.
maybe so.
It's time to play our new game called the David Dramoff game. I said Damon again, I
You
think.
keep calling him Damon.
I don't know why.
I don't know who Damon is.
We're rocking his name all week.
Draymond, it confuses me. David Draymond, the lead singer of Disturbed. You're going to do an impression, so it's the David Dramoff here. And what's going to happen is I'm going to play a little bit of the song Down with the Sickness, and at some point I'm going to stop it, right?
Yeah.
And you just have to do the ooh, ah, ah, ah.
He's got to bring that.
And the best one, based on our decision.
Yeah, best is a term we use loosely.
Yeah,
Around
because you might think it's the best, but it's really up to us too.
Yeah, and also they're usually all pretty bad. So
But yeah, the best one, quote unquote, will be getting the tickets. Let's meet our first contestant. She is calling from Portland. Her name is Kristen. Good morning, Kristen.
Morning.
Have you ever seen Disturbed live before?
No.
All right, a first for you. They're really good live. I think you'll enjoy the show. Are you buying these? Are you trying to win these tickets for yourself or like somebody else?
Myself and someone.
All right.
Ooh, it's going to be a little date night.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play the songs, and then as soon as I stop it, you got to do your thing. You ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Kristen from Portland.
Oh.
whoa!
A few more ahs than you needed.
She went above and beyond.
But
Raccoon mode.
I heard the rasp, you know. I
Yeah,
heard
it was there.
the crispiness of the scream. That was pretty good. All right. Hang on, Kristen. Not bad. Let's go to Desiree. She is calling from Portland. Good morning, Desiree.
Good morning.
I like there are a lot more metal screamers, female metal screamers out there these days. It's like the lead singer or the new lead singer of Linkin Park is pretty badass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's this band called Stand Atlantic that's really good. I mean, there's a lot of really good screamers out there.
Girls have always been good at
I
screaming.
didn't know there was a new lead singer
true.
of Linkin Park.
Yeah, it's a chick.
Have you been?
That happened like a month ago.
Now I've got to look into this.
You didn't know that? There's a new girl, and she's taking
No.
Chester's spot in Linkin Park. I can't remember her name. But
Nancy Wilson from
Emily.
Heart.
Stop. That is not true. Her name is Emily. Emily Armstrong.
Emily Armstrong.
And she wasn't in Heart at all.
All right, Desiree, same thing for you. I'm going to play the song, then I'm going to stop it, and you got to do your thing, all right?
All right. Oh, wow.
That was pretty good.
It did sound a little bit like a chimpanzee.
But that
don't
doesn't
they all?
he?
That's okay.
Don't they all?
Yeah,
Doesn't
I mean,
doesn't David Draymond?
yeah,
And
you're
we
There's
told
a
him to
couple of
go.
dead animals here.
We told him to go Donkey Kong Country yesterday. So
If
she
I were the
went there.
producer, I would say that's a good take. We'll come back to it.
Yeah. Bank it.
Let's go to our next contestant. His name is Mike. Mike from Cornelius. What up, Mike?
Yo. What's up?
All right, bro. Same for you. Are you ready for the David Draymond?
Yep.
Well, have you ever seen him live before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you should be schooled in this department.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what he's got.
Let's
You better
hope
be
I've
good.
learned.
All right. Can you do the metal scream?
Not one of the high-end ones.
All right. Well, let's see. Here we go. All right.
This is going to be tough. And man, do the ladies need a win this week.
I got my vote, but I will wait to see what the room says. Let's go to first, Beefwater. You haven't voted this week. What do you think?
Boy, this is a tough one because they were all kind of equal. I think I'm going to go with the first one.
First one?
Really?
That'd be Kristen from Portland. Drew, what do you think?
I'm going to go, I'm going to buck the trend and go with Mike.
He's going to go with Mike. Laura, what do you think?
Oh, I wanted to be the tiebreaker. What do you think?
All right, I was going to go with Desiree, the second girl.
Oh, it's wide open spaces.
Yeah.
Oh, the pressure, the pressure.
Well, you got your wish. You're the tiebreaker.
I know.
Super greedy, but you get to pick.
I didn't think it was
For
going to
the
be
win.
a three-way, though.
Laura.
I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with number one.
Number one.
I'm going to go with number one.
All right, Kristen, congratulations. You just got yourself tickets to go see Disturbed. There's my applause.
Bing, bing.
Oh, there's. I don't have her on the phone. Kristen, there you are. Good morning.
Yes, awesome.
Hey, there she
She's
is.
in it.
I don't think you should have won, but congratulations. You didn't win.
My vote,
we're gonna
but
have
that's
to,
fine.
We're going to have to meet in the middle. I'm just going to go ahead and give you one ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to meet some people there. Hang on the phone. You're getting a pair of tickets, and we'll see you at the concert, okay?
All right, thank you.
Are you crying? Oh, was she crying?
No.
I hope so.
It would have been better for us if you're crying. All right,
I
hang
was
on.
going to say, can you try?
Yeah, it would be really great if you
If
could.
we're looking for tears, I would round this out.
Well, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
Another successful David Draymond.
We'll do it again tomorrow for the final pair of tickets. Is that just one? We just have one more pair of tickets?
One more pair of tickets.
Why are you looking at me like that with your weird
Because I was
crow's
just
feet eyes?
thinking of the visual of her getting fully into it, and like wearing a cloak.
Oh, okay.
And like just being full Damon.
Right.
You are really having a morning.
What are you talking
No,
about?
but that's what David Draymond dresses
Yeah,
like.
he
I get
dresses
it.
in a big cloak all the time.
So you're
I
just
think she
picturing
needs
her.
to,
yeah,
um,
right.
Like
think
fully
she-
into
It's
it.
kind of weird that you're thinking about that, but that's
It just
fine.
made me laugh.
If you really
A
want to
little
get into it,
role
though,
play.
you got to get the piercings on the chin, you know?
Oh, yeah,
with
he's
the
got a few of
long
them.
Oh,
ones
yeah.
that he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah, that's a
that.
bridge too far.
What happens when you drink milk? It just all squirts out of your
Squirts
face.
out,
right.
yeah,
Leaks
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Bowl of
into a super
disaster.
My goodness. All right, this hour's keyword. Let's get it to you one more time because you have until 8 o'clock to get it in for your shot at $1,000. The keyword is grand.
Boom.
Log on to 1059thebrew.com. Enter the keyword grand to win a grand.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
story.
It's now time for our segment, The Big Story, where we go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. These aren't necessarily the biggest stories of the day, just what we think are the biggest stories. Drew, you want to go first?
Sure, I know you guys love your animals. You were talking about whether or not you even need pet insurance to keep the little ones safe. Casey's paying out the booty just to keep his kitten alive. Well, this one's for the dogs, and if you've got plenty of puppies in the bank, if you know what I mean, you can get the Louis Vuitton dog collection. It's pretty cheap. It's just $60,000. It comes with this thing is pretty sweet, though. The latest dog house designed with a monogram coated canvas exterior. Also, this thing has a poo bag dispenser and a leather water bowl, a little hand sewed action there. So if you care about your dog more than yourself or your future, you should grab this bad boy from Louis Vuitton for the person who has everything and still thumbs their nose directly at you.
Wow.
Louis Vuitton anything just seems like a bad idea.
Here's the good news. The dog has no idea it's in a fancy house.
Yeah.
Like you can go get a $20 Petco carrier and it's going to feel the exact same way.
Right.
I just can't care enough for that, like, to be like, did you see what's on my bag? It's a Louis.
Yeah.
That price tag is aggressive for that.
Nobody
like if
cares.
you wear something expensive, it's because it works better.
Right.
Not because it's just status.
Because of the name. Yeah. I think the big story is, first of all, two-part story here. Our sister station, K103, flipped to Christmas music yesterday.
I have a direct feed.
So there you go.
This is K103. This is what they're playing live on K103 Portland right now.
I met Santa Claus yesterday, so you guys all need to rethink the way you're talking to me right now.
Is he a nice guy?
He's great.
He got to him first.
Just pipe down, all right? It doesn't give you any credibility.
Yeah. But, I mean...
He was named Head Elf.
Oh, here, see?
Here are K103 things you need to know.
We're gonna get K103 ratings
Wednesday,
today.
it's November 6th.
Oh, Stacey sounds great. Okay.
She does sound. I love Stacey.
Okay, but that's not what I was going to say. The story that I was going to talk about is that Starbucks is also getting into the holiday spirit because they have officially rolled out their holiday menu. Say goodbye to the pumpkin spice latte, you guys. We've got the peppermint mocha back. We've also got a caramel brulee, chestnut praline, and iced sugar cookie almond milk latte. And also 3 new cranberry-inspired refreshers are making their debut on the menu.
None of that sounds good.
If you want a new way to give yourself diabetes, stop on by to Starbucks. But they're not charging extra for milk substitutes anymore, so that's great news.
Do you know how gassed you're going to be with like a triple mocha? Like you got 3 shots of espresso in this thing and 85 to 90 grams of sugar. You're going to be bouncing like you've done key bumps all night.
Yeah, well, for about 45 minutes, and then you're just going to
crash
and
hard.
burn.
Ground control.
Do they really do away with the pumpkin that fast?
You might still be able to get it at some places, but when they switch menus, it's done.
We change. Starbucks.
In my mind,
pumpkins
that rolled through the entire wintertime.
At least Thanksgiving. Pumpkins are on display at Thanksgiving.
And I could be wrong about that. I don't know, but I'm not a pumpkin spicer, so I'm not sure. But
I like that trait about you.
Yeah.
I think the big story of the day is a list of the best U.S. cities for nightlife and their late-night cravings has been released. And did Portland, Oregon make the list?
You said late night, so I'm just going to say no because
we
rolled the sidewalks up.
You underestimate us. We did make the list.
Wow.
Aren't you always saying everything's closed?
In my area.
I guess the burbs. I do live in the burbs.
Yeah, in my area. It's downtown. Like the other day, I left a concert. On a Sunday night, I left a concert at Crystal Ballroom, and I just walked to Shake Shack, and it was open at midnight?
Yeah, Shake Shack.
Shake Shack.
Nice.
Ours in the burbs stays open till 11.
That's pretty
love
good.
it.
Yeah.
But so anyway, here are the top 10 best cities for nightlife and what people crave in those cities. Austin, Texas is at number 1.
All right. Yeah, they always got a lot going on down there.
It's a great place.
And for them, it's tacos. Columbus, Ohio at 2. There's his cheese sliders. 3 is Denver. Spicy chicken sandwiches are their thing. In San Francisco, which sits at 4, it's double cheeseburgers. Las Vegas is at 5 with hot sauce. And Minneapolis.
Just hot sauce.
Just hot sauce.
People just
weird.
drinking hot sauce.
Just drink it right from the bottle.
Yeah, I drank 3 bottles of Cholula last night.
Late night eats. Let's get some Cholula.
Let's see. Minneapolis is at 6 and Atlanta at 7. Oh, sorry. Minneapolis, their favorite thing is soft tacos.
Oh, not bad.
Right.
Atlanta, their favorite thing is apple pies late at night. In Nashville, their favorite thing to eat late at night is quesadillas.
All right.
In Dallas, it's French fries. And in Portland, Oregon, at number 10.
All right, we just made it.
Our favorite food late at night is burritos.
Burrito.
I love burritos.
Muchos gracias. Just mop up the list there.
And not one state registering the bootleg hot dog.
Yeah.
It's new,
Oh,
Casey.
yeah.
The bootleggers haven't been here for that
I think
long.
the bootleg hot dog would be taking the world by storm.
Man, I had a
Not at
bootleg
$10.
hot dog a couple weekends ago, and I got to say, worth whatever diarrhea I was going to get after trying. It was
She
so
lost
good.
7 pounds.
Yeah,
It was delicious.
I really did buy one. I did not get diarrhea though. But it was
Not from that.
So delicious. Yeah, probably I did from all the drinking, probably. But
Well, more on the stories at 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Coming up next, we want to know what's something that you used to hate, but you grew to love it.
It grew on you.
Like at first, you're like, God, I hate this song, but the station played it so much now it's my jam.
yeah.
What's something that you used to love, but now you hate? More of your calls coming up.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Yeah. What's happening, y'all? I don't know why. I don't know why I said it like that.
We were talking about
What's up,
Austin,
y'all?
Texas. We're trying to get
Oh, is that it? We want to know this morning, what is something that you used to hate, but over time it grew on you? Maybe it was a song, maybe it was a show that your wife made you watch.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was some food. That happened for me, actually. Most of my life, I grew up not liking bacon. I kind of liked the smell of it when it was being cooked. It wasn't bad, but boy, did I hate the taste. I hated it. I hated bacon bits. I hated bacon on my cheeseburger. And then at some point in I think it was my either late 20s or early 30s, something switched.
Because leading up to that, people probably every time you said I hate bacon, they respond with,
"Ah."
"What the hell?"
Well, I wouldn't say I hate it. I just said I don't need any or
So-
whatever. I just thought it tasted bad.
Yeah.
So it's just taste.
It was
not texture, not smell.
But I
It's
mean,
a strong one.
bacon is weird because the textures vary from piece to piece. You know what I
Greatly.
mean?
It could be
And quality,
dust.
too.
It could be rubber. It could be wet.
It was just all bacon. Just the taste of it, I didn't like it.
You were out.
But it was like one day I woke up and I don't know what happened. Something rewired in my brain, or
Right.
I had a stroke in the middle of the night and I didn't know it.
That could be.
But I woke up loving bacon, and I've loved it ever since.
I think it is the universe saying, one day you will have to host 30 parties with bacon in the title.
Yeah.
You must love it, or you'll hate your life.
This will be the worst time for you.
Totally.
I just think our palates change as we age.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things for me. I used to hate it. Now I love it. What is it for you? 866-445-1059. You can also shoot us a talkback message to the iHeartRadio app or a text message on our Lazy Boy text line at 98197. Drew, what say you? Something that you're like, God, I hate this song, but after a while, maybe it grew on you. Is it a song or what is it?
It's just the big elephant in the room for me is my entire growing up period. Like I did play sports. I was an active kid. I rode bikes. I did things like that, but I hated to work out and to train. Like I hated it. I would show up to soccer tryouts and my legs would fall apart because I did nothing all summer. When I was in college, I wanted to be ripped, but I didn't want to work out. So I
Right.
just like even if I went to a gym, I didn't want to do anything. And in 2018, I just started trying, and I would hate it, and I would like be in there like freezing cold, sitting on a bench, skinniest little bitch in the place, and here I am 7 years later. I work out every day. I tripled the max amount you can get for a medal on a Peloton in a year. Like I'm a nutcase now, and I would have hated this guy 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Hated myself for what I do, but now I can't think of living without it.
Well, I think it's surviving that hard part of getting over the hump. You know what I mean? Like the putting in the work. You
see nothing.
Getting through that exhaustion and feeling bad to where now you're seeing results. And once you start seeing results, well, then now you're motivated.
And you're afraid to go back.
Right.
Yeah, and I also think that after a while, it just becomes a part of your routine, and to not do it feels weird, and you feel incomplete without it.
So getting sad.
It's obnoxious to your loved ones, but it's necessary for mental health.
Yeah.
Laura, what about you? Was it a food or was it a working out or a
Neither.
dude?
I still hate working out. But I do it because I need to, but I do not enjoy it. There are a couple of foods that would definitely make the list, but I think my thing is like roller coasters or like thrill rides in general.
That's a good
like
one, I guess.
11-year-old me would never believe that I bungee jumped earlier this year, because I was one of those kids who I would go to an amusement park and I would stand in line for a roller coaster thinking I'm going to do it, and then I would get there and I would cross over.
You'd step
and I'd
out.
stand on the other side because I was so scared, and I
Yeah.
just like hated the feeling so much. And now put me on the tallest roller coaster there is, which I haven't been on one in quite some time.
I need to feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right. That I guess in a way rides are from, when I went to Disneyland for the first time, that's when I got on rides.
Yeah.
And I was like 39.
And you used to not want to do that at all.
I hate rides.
There's still a couple that'll juice you up.
Yeah,
right?
well, I got on the Incredicoaster at California
You're like,
Adventure.
never
and
again.
I thought it stirred my insides like
Yeah.
soup.
Well, that
I
thing
was going to
has-
throw up.
There's always barf at the finish line there.
What's something that you used to hate, but now you love? We got some text messages coming in on a Lazy Boy text line. This one is from 1790. It says, "Hey, Brew Crew. I used to not be a fan of radio talk shows, and then I started listening to you guys, so thanks for that. Bing bong.
Bing, bing.
Appreciate you, my friend.
Bing bong.
We got 6584 saying, I used to hate Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. Now I loathe it.
Oh, okay.
It does represent a feeling, kind of. You know, like if it pops on and you're in a Nordstrom December 10th, it has a feel.
Yeah.
1912 says, I used to hate mushrooms on pizza or anything else, but now I love them. Oh my God, especially stuffed mushrooms.
Oh, I thought that was going to go the other way. And psychedelic.
Yeah, that too. But I'm kind of in that same realm. I didn't really like mushrooms before, and now I do.
I thought they were wet and gross and tasted like dirt, and now I do love them.
I'm still off the mushroom train.
Off the train.
Get those mushrooms off my stuff. 8392 says Jell-O. They're not a fan of Jell-O.
I could see Jell-O
Or they
being
weren't,
a
and now they
worked their way
polarizing
in.
topic.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be the opposite. You know, it's like I used to love it, now I don't because it's weird and Jell-O.
It does have a weird texture, but some cherry Jell-O is really good.
Unless it's a Jell-O shot.
If you're ever forced to eat Jell-O as like you're sick and you have a diet with it, you won't love Jell-O anymore. Same thing with like a protein shake. If you're forced to have it, you'll hate it.
Yeah.
98197 is our Lazy Boy text line. What's something that you used to hate but now you love?
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
1, 2, 3. And now, Brew Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, it's coming down to it as some of these teams in the NFL are having to realize that maybe it's time to rebuild. There were some big trades going on throughout the week in order to kind of hit those final spots, add a defensive player, maybe a pass rusher to try and make a stretch run. One team that's likely not going to do that is the Cowboys, as Dak Prescott is dealing with his right hamstring, which is on another level because the thing is actually pulled itself off of the bone. I don't know exactly what a surgery is. Like, do you have to sew that back in there?
I don't know.
It kind of seems like a natural grab. And once it is off there, anything you repair, you take an old shoe and you doctor it up. It's still an old shoe.
It's Gorilla Glue.
And remember, let's not forget that Dak also had his foot basically fall off a few years ago. You remember when he rolled his ankle and his foot was just like off? He came back from that, so don't count the guy out, but I'd count this season as a total loss. Bengals, Ravens tonight. This is a big game for both teams as the Bengals look to get back to 500 and the Ravens looking to put a stranglehold on the AFC. But a 5.5-point favorite right now for Baltimore has really got me stressed. I want to say Ravens, but I'm going to go Burrow and the Bengals to cover the 5.5 points. You don't think so?
No.
Beef, yes or no? What do you think?
I would agree with you.
Because this is big. If we get this tonight, we're 80% on the season out of 20 games. I'm going to stick with the gut. Laura's going to tell me I told you so. Go Bengals tonight, 5:15. Also, Blazers at 5 o'clock in San Antonio. Bing to the bong. There's your sports.
Thank you much. Laura's sitting there. She's like, I'm going to rub that in tomorrow.
I mean, it's such.
I just can't wait.
If it was 3 points, I'd totally be there. But these are grinders. I don't know.
I just love those birds.
God, I'm already.
No, well, my whole thing is that I don't like the Ravens. The most annoying thing that happened last year is I was sitting at the bar next to a Ravens fan who kept cawing every time they did something, and I was like, "This is so annoying." But I feel like they're a better football.
You're making me feel like I want to scramble you some eggs.
Yeah,
I was gonna say you love crows. That should have been right at home for you. Date that dude.
I wish, but no.
This hour, we'll find out tomorrow. This hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 is credit. You've got until 9 o'clock to get the keyword in. So just go to 1059thebrew.com right now. Do that on your cell phone or your desktop. Enter the keyword credit, and we could call you back within minutes with the cash. Also coming up next, we want to know what's something that you used to hate, but over time it grew on you. Maybe it was a TV show or a song or some food. 866-445-1059 is the number. Your call is after Quiet Riot.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, we want to know this morning, what is something that you used to hate? Maybe it was food. Every time somebody cooked it, you're like, God, it smells like ass in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or maybe it was this TV show. Like a lot of the times your girlfriend or your wife makes you watch something. And then at first, I remember this. It was this way when I was dating my ex, and it was with like property shows.
Oh, yeah.
Property Brothers would come on.
HGTV, baby.
Property Brothers would come on. I'm like, God, these twins are such nerds. And then like within 4 or 5 episodes, I'm like, these guys know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I love the Property Brothers, and it was one of those shows that I was forced to watch, and and now I like it a lot.
Definitely grows on you. And things that you don't want to. That's what happened with like Big Brother. I never wanted to watch Big Brother. And now I'm like, dude, don't ruin the finale. You don't. I've been at it for 3 months.
I know, you get invested
I'm with
after a
you
while.
on that. But I mean, certain things that you just don't go to, like The Bachelor. My wife's been watching that as long as I've known her. You can have that alone in a ditch.
I'll die on that.
Love,
Yeah, exactly.
You would love Love is Blind. You guys need to start watching Love is Blind. So much drama. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'd rather sleep in the road.
Yeah, all these dating shows to me, I just feel like they're unstable people.
That's the point. It's hilarious.
yeah, if they were all pretty just standard, it would be very boring.
Because, like, who would do that? Like,
I would. I actually applied to be on the show before I knew that it was going to be in Portland/Seattle, and then I like.
Oh, geez. You hear that, guys? That's a red flag.
I didn't end up filling out.
There's a full alarm.
All right. I didn't end up finishing the applications, which is why you didn't see me on the show. I'm sure I would have made it on.
I think you'd be good on
It
the
would have been
show,
great
yeah.
for this show.
Oh, yeah, when you disappear for 2 months.
Yeah.
What is something you used to hate, but it grew on you over time? 866-445-1059 is the phone number. I'm assuming I'm the answer for some people, I would imagine. At first you hate me, and then I grow on you like a wart.
Yeah, or vice versa.
I'm like
or the other way around.
We're like a bearable rash. You know, like, oh, yeah, okay, I can deal with that.
Still there, but it's not as bad
Yeah,
as
you
it
put
used
cream
to
on it every once in a while, it stays down.
be. Yeah.
I actually think that's probably more likely is that you like me at first, and then over time you
And you're
realize
like, actually,
you hate my guts.
change my mind.
Laura,
Big
the first
cloak and dagger.
time I was introduced to these two, they both looked at me like I was just like, "What are you even doing here?"
That is
Did I?
not.
It's 100% true.
That
I don't
is
remember
not
that.
true.
Yeah, it's 100% true.
I
Not true at
believe
all.
that from Drew. I don't know. I don't know that I do.
Dude, I walked in, got introduced, and you guys were like in the middle of a conversation already, and you both just looked up like, so
That
what?
is so not. That is 100% not
I can
mine
be-
or his personality.
I can
I don't
believe
see
that.
that happening.
What do you
Look,
think?
I'm
Do you
just
think,
telling you
Laura? Do you
that.
think that happened?
Yeah, I believe it.
Really?
Sure. Yeah.
You are so full of it. I remember the first time I saw you. You were running a Toyota team, and I walked by, and you were like telling jokes to a group of like 10 people. And I remember thinking that guy talks a lot, but he's funny.
All right.
But
Casey's like, we agree
He's
to
like, I know what
disagree.
I saw.
I think you were dealing with your own
sorry.
emotional baggage.
I didn't mean to
that
play
day.
the vomit sound effect, but it works. We'll just. We got some talkback messages through the iHeartRadio app. Send us one anytime. Download it for your cell phone. It's free.
Morning, Brew Crew. Yeah, one thing that I used to not like, seltzer water. The first time I tried it, I thought it was soda, so it tasted horrible. And then I started dating this chick who drank LaCroix, and it just kind of grew on me, you know?
Yeah, no.
Lost like 50 pounds, too, by the
Yeah,
way, drinking
damn.
it. So, bing bong.
We got a text message on our Lazy Boy text line on at 98197. This one, I should have said this. This text from 3095 says beer. When I first tasted beer, I thought it was the worst thing I had ever had in my life.
I hated beer.
I think that only a true born alcoholic likes it at first.
Yeah.
Because I remember wanting to, being in high school, of course, drinking before I should, but wanting to pour it out when people weren't looking because it
Yeah.
was so gross.
And you just
I
wanted
wanted
to-
to be buzzed,
Yeah,
but
it's,
not
it's
to
a
drink.
it's a means to an end at that point.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
drinking and almost throwing up until you're numb to it.
But now I really enjoy a taste of a like a light beer, or, you know, or a Ruby from McMenamins.
And you
yeah,
get
yeah.
accustomed to things. Like, for example, they ran out of cider one night at the Moda Center. They had none, and I was trying to get my buzz on. So I had to get a White Claw, and I was bummed. Bought this expensive White Claw, and from that day forward,
And now it's all you drink.
that has been my life.
That you drank. Yeah, yo, drank.
Yeah, I don't even have normal water anymore.
What about this one? This one's from 7462. It says coleslaw. I hated it as a kid. Cabbage and milk, basically. Ew. I
Yeah,
unfortunately have grown to appreciate it, especially a nice sweet recipe. Worst thing is I can't tell my wife that I like it now. I'm committed to the old truth and too stubborn to change.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
on a
God.
pulled pork sandwich, a little
Oh,
slaw.
coleslaw is so good.
As
with
a
this
kid, no
person.
way.
I could not stand coleslaw. Thought I hated coleslaw, and then one day, like the KFC coleslaw turned me
yeah.
around. And
Really?
went like,
Yeah.
hey, maybe it's not so bad, and now I love it.
I still hate coleslaw.
Because it puts a crunch
Yeah.
on something that's too soft. Like a pulled pork sandwich is often turns into a sloppy Joe. Put some slaw on it.
Yeah, I'm with the kid version of this guy. This text from 3095 says, I already said beer. This one says credit. Something he used to hate, but
we're the same way. We didn't have credit
I
cards.
had no credit. Yeah.
It makes
Well,
sense.
not just credit, credit cards even.
'Cause
Like
it's like I pay cash for everything, but then it's like, well, try to buy a house, try to buy a car,
You're right.
whatever, you know.
Well, and how many points were wasted in
Right.
the 12 years or whatever of,
Oh,
nah,
man.
dude, I used the debit.
So many airline miles missed out on.
You could have flown to Hawaii 10 times.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk back to the iHeartRadio app.
You know, how I told you guys, I was trying to win those Sabrina Carpenter tickets.
By the way, the question, if you're just tuning in, is what's something that you used to hate,
And now you love.
but you love it now?
You know, how I told you guys, I was trying to win those Sabrina Carpenter tickets. I didn't win them, by the way, but I've been listening to these little, bebop, songs, and they've grown on me, man. At first, I didn't care for them, but then I started hearing this one that goes, H-O-T-T-O-G-O, you can take it
Hard to go.
Or that one that goes, it's not me espresso, and please, please, please. All those songs are cool now.
I feel like he's in the wrong profession. Get that guy a recording contract.
Yeah, dude.
He's got it.
You should be opening up for Ariana Grande
in no time.
Yeah.
Morning, Brew Crew. McGee calling. Happy Thursday. One thing I used to hate was getting up early. I used to hate getting up early, but these days I actually look forward to getting up and starting the day, especially with you guys to listen to.
Thanks.
Keep on rocking. Love you guys. Have a great day.
Appreciate you. Download the iHeartRadio app anytime and send us a talkback message when you can. All right, more of your calls and texts coming up in a few minutes. Real fast, we want to tell you about breaking and entering Christmas. We announced it this week. We're going to be coming to another family's house sometime in December and dropping off tons and tons of presents. But we need your help. All the info on our B&E right here.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura wanting to know what is something that you used to hate, but eventually it grew on you. I feel like shows are a lot of those with dudes. I haven't really seen a lot of the text messages of those guys saying, "Yeah, I watched the show. I thought it was stupid."
Because they don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
They don't want to admit that they sit and watch The Bachelor and kind of love it.
Every guy has had to watch a show that they don't want to watch, and then maybe ended up enjoying it.
Yeah.
So
hey, I admitted to Big Brother. I feel like that was a pretty big give.
Beefwater, actually, you don't strike me as someone who will watch something that you don't like with your wife.
Yeah, I won't.
So nothing's ever grown on you that you thought at first, this sucks?
No, like our we have
Love Boat?
wildly different taste in. Like right now, she started Gilmore Girls the other night from the first episode, and I'm like, yeah,
I'll be in here.
I'll be in
I'm
the
out.
garage.
Yeah.
I got it. All right.
Take it easy. So no, I don't. We don't have the same taste in TV.
Have you
We
ever?
barely talk.
I mean, have you ever, like back in the day?
Big Brother. We watch Big Brother every summer.
All right.
Dude, I didn't know we could have big bro talks.
Yeah.
See you
I
at your
love Big
office.
Got some more talkback messages through the iHeartRadio app. You can send us one. Just download it for your cell phone. It's free. Once you have the Brew streaming, press the microphone button to record something.
Morning, Brew Crew. Obviously, growing up, everybody kind of hated their parents' music, but now I'm just like, wow, I don't like the music of nowadays, so I'll go back to what my dad listened to, like Cream, Dr. Hook. My mom was a big Beatles fan, who I used to think was stupid, but man, give me some of those Beatles when they started, doing some hallucinogens. They were cool as hell. Have a good day, guys.
I kind of agree with him. When I was a kid, I thought Metallica was really like old man stuff.
Yeah.
And then I grew up and I'm like, these guys are badass. But when I was a little kid, like freshman, sophomore in high school, I thought they were terrible.
I was into Grateful Dead and all that. I thought it was butt rock, and it grew on me like crazy.
I love that butt rock. More talkbacks to the iHeartRadio app.
And at the beginning, I used to listen to these songs, and I didn't, know the lyrics. So whatever kind of words would come out of my mouth. Kind of like right now, I'm babbling, but now that I like them, I listen to the lyrics, and I know the lyrics more, so it's like, I'll take my whiskey leave.
Sing it again.
My coffee black and my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. Yeah, Laura, you're too sweet for me.
I think we taunted him because we're like, hey, you could have a singing career.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you want another jam?
It sounds good. He knows all of every 40 on the top 40. He
Send
knows
us more
all of
top
them.
40 recordings, bud.
Yeah.
Do a whole...
we could do
That's
we
great.
should do some Lady Gaga or
he can open up for Mick D at the next Bacon and Beer event.
some Bruno Mars.
That's what I call music.
Yeah.
You got to be down in Salem though. He only makes it down to the Salem B&Bs.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
All right. We got another talkback through the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, Brew Crew, Tough the Loaf. Tanner, yeah, funny you mentioned that, talking about shows. Mrs. Loaf has been just on a Grey's Anatomy marathon. It's just crazy, but I find myself plopping myself on the couch and getting in a couple episodes. Have a good Thursday, guys. Later.
You want to get in some Grays, babe?
Yeah,
So
really.
my wife loves Grey's Anatomy, and she watched every single one. And I will admit, there's times you walk by and they're like in some emotional thing where they're just saving a life, and you're like,
this is intense.
You're like, maybe you start slipping into a lazy boy. You're like, I got to get out of here.
Remember that episode in season 113 where
so many seasons.
that show went on forever? It's still on?
I think it's still on.
It's still on.
1790 on their Lazy Boy text line says, I'll admit to not liking Gilmore Girls until my wife made me watch it. Now we watch it together all the time.
Yeah.
This person says from 5288. Sorry, a little weird throw thing. Hold that one.
Yeah, it's fine.
I used to really dislike anything that was cream of, like cream of spinach,
Cream of broccoli, cream
of corn,
cream of wheat.
I would gag even if I took one bite, but now I love it.
Wow. Okay.
And a lot of the stuff, you're like, why would you ever have cream of mushroom? But then like
It's
half
in
the recipes
everything,
have it in it.
0512 says, I'm 67 and I just recently started enjoying guacamole. I've hated it my whole life, but now he puts it on everything.
Guac is good. Not all guac is created equal,
Right.
but it is delicious.
Yeah, I'm not a guac fan either. I think it's the texture. It looks like slime to me.
With a good chip, because, that crunch
The
switches
chip,
it up.
yeah.
But I will say, in defense of your point about the texture, avocado on a burger is too soft. And so it's the same idea.
And I feel like it jacks my bun all up.
And they'll make a guacamole burger, and you're like, okay, now I have a green slime inside my bun.
You don't need to put guac on everything.
It's tortilla chip and go.
Yeah.
More of your calls and texts coming up here in a few minutes. Before that, though, we're going to get you another keyword that could be your shot at $1,000 in cash from the Cash Squatch. $1,000 to help pay some bills, or maybe get a big-ass Thanksgiving dinner. Bah! Whatever you want to do. Another keyword's going to play right after Nirvana. We're commercial-free thanks to Lazy Boy on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, our breaking and entering Christmas, it's coming. You actually have until December 1st to nominate a family in need at 1059thebrew.com. This is our fourth one, guys.
It's game time.
Yeah, that's
crazy. The fourth family that we're going to take care of. And, of course, we all have to thank Mattress World. We have to thank Lazy Boy and, what is it, Chevrolet?
McLaughlin Chevrolet.
McLaughlin Chevrolet. Mm-hmm. Thank you. McLaughlin Chevrolet. They have stepped up and hooked us up with a ton of cash and mattresses and Lazy Boys to give this family. But we just need to know which family to get. So nominate them at 1059thebrew.com. Now, you can't be like if you're a grandmother, you can nominate them. You just can't live with them.
Just need to nominate a different household. That's all. You can love each other, but
Right.
you just need to be at a different spot.
And if they have kids, tell us how many kids they have, their names, their interests, what they want, the sizes, if you can get that, because we're gonna get clothes for them too, and just take care of everything. We're gonna put a tree up. We're gonna get them gifts. We're gonna get them all sorts of cool stuff. So
And Christmas is a constant reminder right now. It's already up in the building here. It's in studios. You're seeing it in the streets. So it'd be nice to have a game plan for one of these families that desperately need it.
one of my neighbors had their Christmas tree up in their window. It's like the first house you see when you turn into the neighborhood too, and it's been up since the day after Halloween, November 1st.
That's too early, but that's fine. Whatever makes you feel joy.
Stop blanketing the joy, Laura. Let's get this
But
party started.
I'm the best part about being a wet blanket is me.
I'll put your tree out when it sets fire.
So if you know of a family in need, maybe they're really good people and they just hit some hard times this year.
Yep.
Tell us about them at 1059thebrew.com. And again, you have until December 1st to nominate a family. So do that today. We're commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
$1,000 could go right into your pocket right now if you get this hour's keyword in to the website. 1059thebrew.com is the website, and the keyword this hour is bills.
All right.
Bills.
As in, you can take this money and pay some bills or get a bunch of lottery tickets and beer, whatever you want to do.
Sounds like a better option.
Go to 1059thebrew.com. You have until 10 o'clock to get this hour's keyword in. The keyword is bills. Good luck. All right, Beefwater is going to be in here in a few minutes with another fast food frenzy. We're commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy with Harvey Danger.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Got another Beef Water Fast Food Frenzy coming up here in just a few minutes. First of all, I wanted to read this email we got this morning.
Okay.
Should
I be nervous about this?
No, you should not. I think this is a great thing. This is something I've always wanted my entire life, or at least since Drew and I started doing the radio show together.
Okay.
And we started working together in what, 2002?
Yeah, 2002. Started this version of us in 2003.
I've always wanted to get an email like this. Listen to this. I can't believe it. It's from Kyle. It says, "Hey, Tanner, we were talking at work about radio shows yesterday, and it reminded me of a funny story that I thought you'd enjoy. I've been a mechanic in Oregon for over 20 years, usually listening to rock in the shop. During a brief stint in Albany, I got hooked on the Donkey Show in Eugene. That's our old radio show when we were down there on K-Fly. He says, when my son was born, my ex-wife and I were struggling to pick a name. One day while listening to the Donkey Show, I texted her a couple of suggestions. Tanner and Drew."
That's so funny.
Well, she fell in love with the name Tanner, and that's what we went with. Later, my mother-in-law asked how we came up with the name, and I jokingly texted her the Donkey Show.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
That is great.
My ex was not happy when she found that out. Hope that story gives you a laugh. Dude, that's the best story I have heard in so long, my friend.
That's awesome.
I know that someone named their dogs after Drew and I years ago. They had like 2 wiener dogs, and they named them Tanner and Drew.
Yeah,
I would love to know
that checks out.
how old little Tanner is now. 'Cause
How old is Tanner today?
He has to be at least 12 years old because that's the last time we were in that city together.
So bring him to a bacon and beer and you should take a picture together.
We should. I would love to.
That'd be amazing to meet him in person. That'd be cool.
But that is an honor, my friend. Thank you for naming your firstborn after me. I don't know if that was a mistake or
should have had another kid with that girl and thrown me a freaking bone over here. Honorable mention.
Yeah.
No middle name.
And even if you had a third that was a boy, you'd have to name him Laura.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the rule.
Or the beef. I guess the beef. We'll take the beef.
Beef would be good.
I just heard a story.
Well, how about just Larry?
I just heard a story yesterday that boy names are now the new cool thing for girls.
I've always loved
I feel
it.
like that's been going on for a while.
When I was a kid, my girlfriend's name was Andrea, and I just called her Andy. I've always liked calling girls' names boy names. I don't know why.
If you look at a register for a kid's school, at my kid's school for sure, 80% of the names are not names that we had on our roster at all. They're all these either old names or creative names, but the Michaels and the Sarahs and the Courtneys, they don't exist anymore.
Hey.
And if their name's Courtney, their name is Coco. Like, that's...
Coco.
Have you guys ever met my daughter, Darren?
Yeah. That's a beautiful name.
I guarantee it exists, at least in this state.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. I appreciate you naming your kid after me. You got to have another one. Name him Drew. And then, 2 more.
The twins, Beef and Laura.
There you go. I like it. Yeah.
All right, coming up next, Beef Water is here with another fast food frenzy. He will review a brand new fast food item for you. Coming up right after Radiohead. We're commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy on the Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes.
Hi. Beefwater's here. What up?
What up, player?
What up, thug? What up, cuz?
What up over there?
Beefwater's wearing his Clyde Drexler shirt this morning. Yep. He says he's worn it before. I've never seen it.
I've also never seen it before.
Your guys' recollection of my wardrobe is not anything I spent.
But my point is I like it. Clyde the Glide.
Thank you.
He was the man, even though he went to Houston, I think.
Yeah, and then won a championship there, and then wore a Houston jersey in the Hall of Fame, but nobody's counting.
Nobody's bitter here. Nobody's
very
bitter.
nice.
Still a marquee piece of my childhood. Loved watching those Trailblazer games.
Where does he live? He doesn't live here, right? He lives in Houston?
He's from Houston. He went to the University of Houston.
So he's there for sure.
Like, if you think about it, if somebody was born and raised in Portland and then came home here and won a championship, they don't want to hear
You're
this
never
noise.
leaving.
He is
You're
still
a god there.
beloved in this town. When the Dick's Sporting Goods moved from Delta Park to Jansen Beach recently, when they grand opening, they had Clyde in for an autograph. And, dude, they said the line was 3 days long.
Yeah, man. Clyde the Glide.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm sure you've never worn that shirt before, because
you guys need to pay attention.
Well, it's a cool shirt, but look at it. When you look at they painted it weird in his midsection. It looks like he has a diaper on.
The whole thing's weird.
Like, and that's, he's like a sumo wrestler.
Which is part of the purchase.
diapers.
He has no face. It's like a mannequin, a Clyde Drexler mannequin at the store.
It's borderline offensive.
They stopped halfway while developing that T-shirt.
And I looked at it.
You know,
and
they
I
did
said,
the last part of the print. That's the face and the other things. They skipped it.
And that's when I look at it and go, that one there is a keeper.
Mm-hmm. I do like it. You just never wore it before.
We'll take a picture of it and we'll put it on our Instagram at 1059 The Brew in just a few minutes. All right.
Okay.
Here, I'm going to do it now so I don't forget. Hold on. Will you smile real quick?
How I do it now, because you'll forget to put it on Instagram.
And this is proof that you've worn it.
Shut up, Laura.
You know, next time we say it's new, you'll be like, nah, it's on the gram.
Yeah,
you've never worn this
to look in the archives.
You guys are crazy. I have certainly worn it before.
Dude, you've lost weight. I'm telling you, though. Look at him. He's lost weight.
I lost 37 pounds.
You didn't lose that much, but you've lost weight.
Have you done anything to support that comment?
No,
Case?
my only change that I've made is that I spend 4 hours a night in a sweat lodge that I've made out in my backyard.
That's not true.
But you have lost a little bit. I don't know about much. It definitely isn't 37
I've cut
pounds.
back. Seriously, my soda intake.
Good.
I drink maybe one a day, but I'll go 2 days without having any at all.
Oh, what an animal.
How often does that happen?
Do you replace that with water?
Pretty often.
Or
yeah, mostly just water.
Nice.
Fruit punch.
Yeah, no.
All the good stuff.
I've honestly been mindful about how much calories I'm drinking.
And right before bed, he breathes into a Burger King bag for 10 minutes.
No, I chug a 1 liter.
Well, it is time for Beefwater's Fast Food Frenzy. Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut.
McDonald's.
Yeah. Beefwater loves fast food. He's going to review a brand new fast food item this morning, so you don't have to try it if it's bad. You know, it's
true.
Let Beef do it. What'd you review this week, my friend?
This week, went to the Jack in the Box down the road, and they've got a returned limited edition item, which is the bonus Jack combo. Okay,
that?
little smash burger. You can get one. Here's the thing. This review isn't so much about the burger as it is about the value. Okay, you can get the single patty combo for $3.99.
Oh, that never happened.
That's what I'm saying.
$3.99.
It is a time machine back to 1986.
That's crazy.
Did you slap a more beef on that?
You
to
can
go
get
single?
the triple bonus jack for $6.99.
Ooh,
which
that's a lot of meat.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
I'm gonna take that out of
when you
context
like
for
it, you
later.
like it. So I felt like when I left there yesterday, I went like, man, this was a pretty good bargain because I went large. Got the large fries, got the large Dr. Pepper,
of course,
and the triple bonus jack. And I said, you know what? I'm feeling froggy. Throw in a couple tacos.
Oh my!
Is this
the Jack in the Box tacos?
The Jack in the Box taco.
When you're drunk, man, I'm telling you.
When you're sober, they're fantastic.
Okay,
I'm telling you, the Jack in the Box taco.
I think I've only had them hammered.
Sleeper hit, man. Those things are great. The crunchy. It's not what we're here for.
Are those
but
the ones that
nevertheless.
aren't really? They're not open. Like they're kind of smushed together.
They're 60% grease
To
and then
this
shell.
day, I don't know how they get the lettuce in there.
Well, I think there's a guy who stomps on each one before they put it in the bag.
Yeah. But it's part like corn chip, part taco. It's just good.
It is pretty delicious.
So anyway, I rolled out of there for not even $10. I got all of that for $9.86, I think it was.
Wait, that's crazy. And that oil drum of soda you had is because that's what I saw you sucking the end out of this morning.
And you saw that I didn't even finish it, Drew. So there you go. I didn't even consume the entire thing. But
you finished it this morning.
No, I dumped it in this sink, you animal. So I feel like this is one of the better value meals that's out there right now, and it's not the biggest burger, but that's not.
But it's $3.99. You can't.
All
beat
of that food for less than $10
I'm
is
telling
pretty
you,
good.
I rolled out of there and I went, and the fries were piping hot and fresh. Like it was a very good
And
experience.
the clogged arteries are complimentary. It's very nice.
But when
the fries have gotten pretty good at Jack in the Crack.
Not bad.
Yeah, and when you can add the beef like that, I mean, let's be honest, the bun is just filler. You know,
Right.
like more beef is probably you're only helping
So-
yourself versus a bigger bun.
Triple patty, triple cheese, some lettuce, some tomato, and it's got that. They got like a secret sauce that they throw on there. They had a name for it, but I
It's
forgot
mayonnaise
about
and
that.
mustard.
Triple cheese. Oh, man.
bro, it's so good. I know that kind of pushes you a little bit
might-
with the dairy, but nevertheless,
Sounds delicious.
So
though.
how many beef burgers on a scale of 10 beef burgers?
I'm going to give it a nice round 8. I feel like it's a solid option. Wow. But for me, it's the value. Like you're getting a lot for not a ton of money in the grand scheme of things.
Did you have a side ache after that? Because I feel like a cheeseburger, fries, 2 tacos.
It's a lot of
No,
food.
I just was crushing those tacos, thinking, why don't I get these more often? These are fantastic.
All right,
So,
well, there you go. It's a solid 8 beef burgers.
8 beef burgers on the burger meter. If you guys are not looking to spend a ton of dough on your lunch today, hit that Jack in the Box drive-thru.
Yeah.
Or save it for late night when you're feeling fine.
I do love that they're open 24 hours, right? Some of
Yeah.
them.
I mean, the one by my house looks like it's closed all the time. Like they keep all the lights off.
Yeah, well, it's
Just
a
in the
DUI
kitchen.
checkpoint up there. You
It's
get your
weird.
tacos, check the intersection.
I admit that I haven't had Jack in the Box in a long time, but every once in a while I'll get a craving for a sourdough Jack or the ultimate cheeseburger,
Yeah.
which is the size of a baby's head.
Yeah.
Sourdough Jack is
Sourdough Jack
classic.
is dope.
Classic.
I don't know what it is. I guess it's that
that
sourdough.
They've got a sourdough smash burger right now too going on. They're doing it. They got some mini tacos. Jack in the Box. They got a lot of going on.
Well, there it is. Beef Platter giving it 8 beef burgers. Check it out. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to find out what's trending.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Now, what's trending?
All right, if you are bored at work today, or if you're just trying to distract your mind, a lot of people, they're stressed out, or they're sick of their jobs, or they hate their coworkers, whatever it may be.
That's why I'm on the website all the time.
Better not be us.
Go check out the blog and just get lost. We got a lot of good videos. We got our Donkey Show podcast on there. 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura when you get there. Actually, you could check out this clip. Drew Barrymore was rushed off stage. I guess she was choking during an interview.
Uh-oh.
What was she choking on?
I don't know. They had she had
Ozempic.
She had Henry Winkler on the show.
Okay.
Of course, the Fonz, you know.
Yeah.
And when she started to choke, she just runs off stage, and he just kind of like vamps.
And he's like, "Hey guys."
Well, hey, the Wink has got talent.
Yeah, listen to this.
Ron Howard was directing his very first movie.
Then I was 6.
Then you were 6.
6.
And your mom was in it.
Yes.
And she brought you to the set, and that is the first time I met you. And now look at you.
That's
sweet. Really.
Oh, God.
No, don't you worry. Don't you worry. It's okay. No? Okay, so thank you for being here. It is such a pleasure.
Just choking to death.
So,
you know what? I've been there.
while we're waiting, is there anything you'd like to hear about?
Any questions from the audience? I have been there though, and it's so embarrassing when you just like choke on your own spit,
and then you
all of a
when
sudden
you
you're,
cough,
like,
and everyone hears that phlegm and all that.
Yeah.
Like it's really embarrassing.
Yeah, and you feel like you're gonna throw up.
And if she ran off, she probably was actually choking at one point.
I definitely think she was. I mean, you listen to that first initial.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
Ron Howard was directing his very first movie.
Then I was 6.
Then you were 6.
6.
And your mom was in it.
Yes.
And she brought you to the set, and that is the first time I met you. And now look at you. Really. No, don't you worry. Don't you worry.
What do you mean don't worry? I'm choking to death over here.
Okay, so
Fonz.
Oh, there she goes.
See, I was going to
She
say,
runs
if
off
this
the
is an
stage.
opportunity, the Fonz gives you the Heimlich, that's a story forever. I mean, you're Drew Barrymore, but that's got to be on your greatest hits.
Yeah.
And instead, it's going to be a stagehand back there with not soft hands.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to check that out at 1059thebrew.com and much more. On the phone, Fat Thor. Good morning, good sir.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Happy Fat Thursday.
Happy Fat Thursday to you. Real fast, Fat Thor is just one of our listeners. He's been a listener of ours since, like, I want to say...
Many years now.
Is it the beginning?
We met him at a
whenever
Bacon and
the
Beer.
Mayflower came to America.
Right.
So, yeah.
Been a listener a long time.
And that Bacon and Beer
1492.
was on water, so maybe the Mayflower pulled up that day.
And he was kind enough to let me borrow his Ghostbuster costume for Halloween. Which
that you didn't get any use
yeah,
of, from what I understand.
I ended up not going to the party, but
Oh.
I do appreciate you letting me borrow it. And you know what? I will attest that it did not smell. It didn't stink.
That's good.
Okay, that's good.
Perfect. Well, I just want to say it warms my heart that you guys are doing the breaking and entering again this year. And I mean, it's so awesome. And that, I know that everyone's, big item on their wish list this year is that 8x10 autograph Fat Thor photo. So I'd like to throw that,
You're going to throw that in?
needy family's way. And so,
All right. So not only will the family get brand new mattresses from Mattress World, not only will they get a new Lazy Boy recliner, not only will Wilson, McLaughlin Chevrolet be chipping in to give us money for this thing, but you'll also get an autographed picture of Fat Thor.
Fat Thor, we're trying to make somebody's Christmas, not ruin it.
And it's the nightmare.
Oh, that makes everyone's Christmas. Jeez Louise. And don't forget, if you guys are looking for adventure this weekend, I'm heading out to Rogue Toys, Portland, PDX. Tanner, I took you there. They're doing their big trade night. So no money required. You just show up with collectibles. You trade with other people. Free pizza. I'm hoping to see you there.
All right. There he is, everybody.
Free pizza.
Come on, bud.
Thank you,
It's gonna
Fat
be
Thor.
Nerd. Drunkest guy in a toy store.
Appreciate you, brother. Love your face. There he is, Fat Thor, everybody. The thickest Thor that you'll ever see.
Yes.
So yes, we are doing a break and entering Christmas, and we are looking for a family that really needs it. A family that's deserving, like a family that maybe wasn't going to have a Christmas without this.
Yeah, we can't help them unless you tell us about them.
You have until December 1st, so go and nominate a family in need today at 1059thebrew.com. All right, that does it for us. Court is coming in next, and he's got your shot at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. As soon as you hear that keyword, you got to log on to 1059thebrew.com and enter it in to win, and that is coming up in less than 10 minutes. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye!
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
You're just a little chonky.
When does Three Body Problem season 2 start?
I don't know.
I started watching it again last night just 'cause I was bored and I didn't want to watch anything on the news.
I was watching some. I've been watching some real shitty
Three Body
programming.
Problem season 2.
I was watching this show called Tell Me Lies. It's on Hulu, and it's kind of like a soap opera for like college students.
That's nice. I like your shirt.
I like the shirt.
What's it say?
Smile winner. It's like no one's gonna call me grumpy today.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by Coffee.